Hello, Ayvaunn Penn here, founder of blackandmakingitedu.com. I am coming to you to talk to you about being prepared for class and the true definition of what that means. So I'm going to give people a little bit of time to trickle into the room as you are coming in. Please do hit that like, hit that thumbs up button, and let me know in the comment section where you are viewing from. So this is something that is particularly geared to our students today, college, high school. It's never too early. And let's be frank, if you are a professional, these things also apply to you being prepared for those business meetings. So let's get ready to rock and roll. Okay, here. So the first point, oh yes, I always include my key points of the day in the description so you can have them for yourself and also for your friends as you share this with people you feel can benefit from this information. Oh, and before we get started, shout out to University of Chicago again. Okay, so point number one, before you go to class, you need to read the material that you are going to be covering in class that day. And newsflash, students, even if the professor didn't say the reading was required, you had best better read it anyway, because if you don't, it will only come back to bite you in the butt. You won't be able to participate actively in class. You won't be able to show your professor that you are actively engaged in the material that he or she is setting forth for your learning benefit. So there's all these different factors, okay? So I'm going to just read my point out and out. Read the material that will be covered in class that day. If it is math or science, make sure you also are doing the practice problems and the equations too, even if they are not assigned. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do to be prepared for class is take notes on your reading while you're going through. You know, sometimes if you have a whole lot to study, it's easy for your mind to just fry and go blank. Make sure that while you are reading your materials for class, studying, that you are taking notes. Okay, so I'm not going to go into today everything that taking notes entails, but in a nutshell, make sure that you are writing down key definitions. Make sure that you are writing down things that are going to help expedite your study process later. Okay, so step number 3 for being prepared for class, you are going to include in your notes questions that you have for the professor, okay? This is important. Do not go to class. Oh, my headband is sliding. Do not go to class and not ask the questions that you need to ask. Sometimes students, and heck, you know what? Anybody can sometimes feel embarrassed to ask a question that they need the answer to. But guess what? College is absolutely not the time, high school, middle school, wherever you are in your career as a student. Class time is when you are getting the information you need to know, especially if you are in college. You are paying a whole lot of money to be in that classroom, not to just sit there and listen and look cute or send notes to your friends or be on the internet or social media. You are paying to be there so you can ask the questions that you need to ask. And guess what? Sometimes office hours that your teacher may have, tutoring hours, whatever, go ahead and take care of those things while you're in the classroom. You don't know what your schedule may turn into. You may have plans to attend office hours. Oh, I'll just ask my questions later in private. And then suddenly a curveball gets thrown your way and you don't get to attend the office hours. Or maybe something happens to the professor's schedule. You never know. Long story short, also, you could just save time by asking the questions in class, okay? I think I already mentioned, so when you take those notes for you during your reading of your school materials, also use those notes to be an active participant in class. No instructor enjoys a quiet room. Every instructor wants to know that my students are actually not only, they did read the homework. If they're actively participating, maybe I won't give that pop quiz I was considering. If I can see that they really did read, they really did pay attention, they really did grasp the concepts that they need to know, no pop quiz required. Potentially. professor may still give the pop quiz, but guess what? If you've read your material and taken the notes, you can ace that bad boy and it'll be nothing to you. Okay, so point number 4, our last point is this. If you have not done these steps, you are not prepared for class, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise, okay? Don't let anybody tell you any differently. Just showing up to class is not enough to be academically successful. You have to be engaged with your mind. You need to be engaged through the note-taking process, really reading through, really digging in. And a way to make sure that you are doing that is by taking detailed notes that help you to be an active class participant, that help you with your studying later so you don't have to read word for word. You have the highlights of the material, and letting your instructor know this student is engaged, this student wants to learn, and it is always in a student's favor for the instructor to know this student is actually doing what it takes to be successful in this class. All right, everybody, that concludes my points for today. As you know, I come to you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right here on the Facebook page, I Love Being a Black Woman, at 4:30 p.m. Central. Okay, and you should also subscribe to blackandmakingededu.com if you want to get directly these tips that I share for our students and professionals to be successful in academia and in their careers and have what they need to be Black and Making It. You can also follow the Black and Making It page. The link is in the description. Okay. I am also a contributor for FlyNubianQueenTV.com, where you will not only see me, but a host of other wonderful, strong Black women who are talking about everything from business to finance to beauty tips and anything else you could possibly imagine, probably. I will see you next time right here at 4:30 p.m. Central. What day? Today's Monday, so Wednesday. I'll see you right back here on Wednesday. And until next time, have a great day. Goodbye.